For whatever you need to haul, I-39 Supply has over 200 trailers in stock at all times with new loads arriving daily. Plus a full parts and service department to keep your downtime to a minimum. Plus, I-39 Supply now offers a full-service in-house graphics department for vinyl wraps and decals. Cash, check, credit card, or financing, I-39 Supply says haul yeah to all forms of payment. 5 miles south of Portage, easy on off from the interstate. Visit i39supply.com to learn more.
This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
Hey, dude, what happened to Jared Leto?
He's, I don't know, 30 Seconds to Mars. I don't even know if he's doing that. I don't know what he did.
Remember he did that weird camp?
Yeah.
Where he dressed like Jesus?
Yeah. I met him.
Yeah, I did too. He's nice.
He's beautiful.
He has a
beautiful bastard.
He's a beautiful man.
When you're close to somebody that beautiful, you're like, what the hell? Wasn't he in My So-Called Life? That's where he started, wasn't it? Remember that old show?
So, yeah, with Becca.
Yeah.
Was that with Becca? No, that was Life Goes On.
Life
It was
Goes
with
On.
Nev Campbell, and she had the weird breathing pattern all the time. I wanted to punch her in the face.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, irritated just thinking about Nev Campbell breathing.
She always had that look of like she's got stomach ache.
I know.
Unless then she was in, what was that one? Wild Things, though.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh,
right.
Oh no.
Claire Danes.
Yeah, I liked Claire Danes too. Anyway, so Jared Leto has a skincare line, and man, I
Called Jizz.
yes. This article makes me want to punch Jared Leto in the face. I'll just watch the scene from Fight Club. That should be good enough.
Oh yeah, that's a great scene. I wanted to destroy something beautiful.
Yeah. Jared doesn't sound like he's very much fun to hang out with.
You know, they always say that though, like Shia LaBeouf and everything like that.
I would hang out with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
After the Hot Ones interview, especially. His wellness-oriented way of life is no exception. He's a vegan who abstains from alcohol and caffeine.
Boo!
You know? I know.
Stay out of our state.
So then he's obsessed with rock climbing now. He bought a home in Nevada to further immerse himself in the Mojave Desert.
Yeah, everybody is going out there where there's no water.
Yeah, right. Good luck, assholes.
When they all have to jump to the next state over.
Yep.
Let's go. Colorado looks good. So does Texas. Let's keep going.
It's a wellness way of life when all you're doing is sucking air conditioning.
And taking a lake down to like,
you know?
It's
right.
All the way down.
Because of this challenging, unforgiving environment, the ingredients in his skincare crap have to be incredibly resilient to survive. Get out of the desert. The challenging, unforgiving environment, you probably have a $9.2 million house.
Yeah.
With nonstop central air blasting through
Consistent.
it. Shut the hell up. Goddamn. I didn't think Jared Leto would ever irritate me, but this article is peak irritation.
You know, I was talking to Ra about, Aaron, and I was like, why are you... Ra. Ra.
Our friend Ra. I never know if it's a band Ra.
Yeah, right. So, Aaron Nordstrom from Gemini Syndrome.
Yeah.
They live out there.
Yeah.
And she says he's always grumpy. I'm like, why is an albino living?
She's so cute.
She said he gets so mad when it's hot. You're dude. Why are you there?
She's so nice about it, but you know she's thinking, dude, you're an albino. Why the hell are you living in the desert?
I don't think I could see her mad.
I know, right? Yeah.
Anyway, that's what came to mind when I started laughing about living there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I asked, what?
Irritated.
What's going on? Are people still moving in there?
Yeah, I guess.
Jeez.
He's planning a partnership. This is peak irritation, y'all. Planning a partnership with high desert test sites, the ambitious Coachella Valley adjacent artist residency.
Well, whatever. I guess he's trying to make money.
Trying to make money. He is money.
Yeah, but money makes money. You know what creates wealth? Wealth. So why not? Whatever.
Let's see.
Oh, dude, they have like little pods you can sleep in out there and stuff.
I think so stupid.
They look like little coffins. Like it has a bed.
Right.
And it flip tops. Wherever this.
Even the title of this article is irritating. Jared Leto's desert-inspired beauty debut is more than a mirage. Punch me in the face. An eye cream for $97. Is that not? Am I unreasonably irritated about this?
No. It's super.
It's like pretentious.
It's out of touch, and it's for a certain
right.
person, and that's not us.
That ain't us.
So $97 eye cream.
And it's probably like.
It's got every one of it's got a little bit of his seed in it. People be drinking eye cream.
Good for you, Jared Leto, and your boring life with no cheese.
Yeah. How can you ever do that? I don't trust
that's
anybody.
What people be like, oh, J-Lo looks great. Yeah, you want to know why that bitch looks great?
Because she's living a miserable eating existence.
She sleeps 16 hours a day. She has somebody else taking care of her bratty-ass kids.
Oh, yeah, that's
She doesn't
true.
drink caffeine. She doesn't drink alcohol. She hasn't touched a ho-ho ever.
What is she? Oh, she's... What does she do?
Right. What does she do? She wakes up. She works out. She eats whatever her personal chef makes her. She goes to photo shoots. She applies Jared Leto's eye cream. I don't know. You know how great we would all look if we slept 16 hours a day and didn't need caffeine or alcohol to cope with your coworkers?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
J-Lo looks great. Yeah. Everybody would look great.
Man, Jared Leto.
You know what? You know what irritates me about Oprah? How are you going to be big
Everything.
like that? Everything. How are you going to be big like that when you can afford to have somebody knocking pasta out of your hand?
You know what, though? Kudos on her, because I wouldn't stop eating pasta.
You almost got me there.
Your turn.
I'm in protein shake and coffee through my nose.
I would. I'm not stopping. Had some yesterday.
If I was a billionaire like that, I'd be on the J-Lo plan. I'd be like, you're right, I'm asleep. I'm asleep. When I wake up, I would like my private chef to have me a perfectly crafted meal and my macros that taste amazing. Then me and my trainer are going to go out. We ain't running, though. I still ain't running no matter how rich I am.
Sopra. So
listen, I'll Nordic track with your ass, but I ain't running.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Whatever.
Is Oprah huge now?
No.
Oh.
No, but she's always struggled. She's on the struggle bus.
Well.
But whatever. Who cares now? She's old.
Do you remember she started out she's this multi-billionaire, but started out, with like Jerry Springer. That's those daytime Ricky Lake shows.
There's that whole, we went through that whole phase, y'all. We've been through some things together.
Yeah.
Sully, Jesse Raphael.
Oh, yes.
Donahue.
Maury. He's the...
Maury's the latest one, yeah.
Yeah, and he's the captain
and
reveal.
He didn't... I feel like Maury used to be more serious.
Yeah, and then he just turned into the reveal. I had a buddy that was on Jerry Springer, and
so did I.
And they wrote the thing. He met the people that was supposed to be his girlfriend and the guy she was sleeping with.
Yeah.
They were hanging out the night before. They were going and they were like coming up with stuff. Should we get like fake henna tattoos? And coming up with stuff before they went on the show.
I know.
He's like, so...
It's fake like wrestling.
It's 100% fake.
All right. I think I've vented about enough celebrities for one break. It feels good to be normal. Feels good to buy a $14 eye cream. Just need to apply some.
Oh, yeah.
It's oldness.
Yeah, but you don't have any crow's feet.
Oh, it's dark in here. Right.
I don't see any.
Oh, thanks.
We got nutsack eyes right now because we're not sleeping.
I know. You know what, though? On Wednesday, my nutsack eyes were gone.
I know.
Slept them. Yeah, I know. See?
Exactly.
JLo doesn't have nutsack eyes. She doesn't have to get up and make dick jokes.
She's not up. She can take naps whenever she wants to. On
She
her
does.
beautiful giant pillow.
Yeah, right. Probably custom made.
Yep. From like some kid in Costa Rica.
Right. Making $1 a day.
It's like $1 an hour.
Oh, relax.
What a complete waste
We are killing it online. Have you guys checked the comments?
of cyberspace.
Smoke That Skin Wagon says, you guys are killing it.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
We're internet sensations.
Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
Forget about Jared Leto in the desert. It's an international damn holiday.
October 21st is the International Day of the Nacho.
All the nachos you can eat.
You brought me a nacho.
Yeah, all the nachos you can eat.
Get some nachos.
International Day of the Nacho.
I am nacho.
This nacho. Nacho, nacho, man.
I guess today is
I want to be a nacho, man.
Nacho Day.
That was
What?
close and personal there.
You didn't like the chewing too much?
It was an AMR or AMSR or ASMR.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that.
Where do you like to consume nachos?
Side Door Grill. They have the best nachos I've had ever. They have pulled pork, and then they have some like citrus lime cream cheese with it, infused cheese that it's phenomenal. So if you're ever going to get nachos, every person I've ever taken there says the same thing. They're unbelievably good.
All right, I believe you.
Okay.
I don't know. I couldn't even tell you.
Remember those big ones that you used to get at the Coliseum bar?
Yes.
That giant. They'd come out, and I was like, man, they should just take this plate over to Somalia.
It was at least like it was like a cookie sheet.
Yeah, it was huge.
It was huge, but it was circular. It was like a giant pizza pan.
Yeah, it looks like a pizza, but yeah.
And it was mini nachos. Too many nachos.
So they had the dipping sauce that came in a normal-sized bowl in the middle, and it was this giant.
It was glorious. Somebody should bring those back, dude.
That is killer.
Trying to think of the last place I had nachos. I can't even remember.
Yeah, we got a remedy. I got to take you to Side Door and get those. Yeah, I promise you, it's phenomenal.
The key to nachos is layering.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't have a whole bunch of chips in the middle with not a damn thing on them.
Yeah, that's a...
Lame.
You want to have the flavor profile as you get it. You want to have a little bit of everything.
That's right.
So you get da, do, da. That's what your tongue is just like.
I'm sorry, what now?
Da, do, da.
Just like that, bitch. Recognize. Anyway, so nachos originated in 1943. Do you know the story of the nacho?
I do not. What is the story of the nacho?
Strap it on, Lance. Here it comes.
Here we go.
The wives of U.S. soldiers visited a restaurant called the Victory Club after it had closed for the day. And being entitled Americans, they wanted food anyway. I made that part up, but you know that's how it went down. The maitre d', Ignacio Nacho Anaya, invented a new snack for them. He didn't have much in the kitchen because it was closed, but these bitches be hungry. So all he had was
Tommy want wingy.
Don't you say wingy. So he had tortillas and cheese back in the kitchen.
Faux show.
So he cut the tortillas into triangles. He added cheddar cheese and sliced jalapeno peppers. I'm willing to bet he also probably fried the tortillas or baked them. I feel like we're missing a key step here because otherwise they would just be floppy tortillas. Anyway, he added cheddar cheese and sliced jalapenos. And then he served the dish and he called it Nachos Especiales.
Nice.
And here we have nachos.
What was his full name so we can get it one more time?
Ignacio Nacho Anaya.
I'm remembering that. Ignacio Nacho Anaya.
I like that name, Ignacio.
Ignacio, yeah.
So Avery watches this guy on the YouTube machine, and he makes stuff. It's called Better Than. So he'll make like the one we watched last night was movie theater popcorn, but he makes it better than movie theater popcorn.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, there is a garlic bread popcorn recipe he does in that video that is like,
yes,
it's gonna happen. But anyway, he made Doritos.
Really?
Yeah. And Avery said that he did the tortillas. He cut the tortillas into triangles, fried them, and then he had different cheese sprinkles. He made his own cheese sprinkle.
When you said he cut them, I just pictured somebody drawing the triangle with a pen on the tortilla. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I pictured that.
You're weird.
I just
like right in the middle of the tortilla.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good way to get. I can't. You take a piece of pie or a pizza, you cut like a weird angle in the middle or something. That'll drive most people crazy.
I couldn't care less. If that's what makes you happy and you want the middle of the tortilla, you go right ahead. Luis used to make homemade tortillas and bring them in and you could buy them. Mm-hmm. And then he would make tamales too.
Oh, dude. If there is anything that's close to the chicken wing for me, it's tamales.
Yeah?
Yeah, my grandma and my aunt would make tamales, and they were so damn good.
Martinez tamale.
They were so good. So good.
Yeah. How'd you end up with such a boring name?
What do you mean?
Lance.
Okay, so my middle name's Damon.
Okay.
And that was what I think my dad was going to call me.
Yeah.
Damon Martinez, yeah. And so my mom was watching, I don't even remember it was a soap opera, and she liked the name Lance.
Yeah.
There you go. That was it. So I got Lance, which is...
I think I'm going to call you Ignacio.
Ignacio Nacho. Call me Nacho.
Because, like, Martinez. You know, you could have a real natural heat there.
Well, it's Spain and France, Lance, right. France.
Oh, all right.
So there you go. They're right next to each other.
We thought uploading to the cloud was something completely different. The JJO Morning Show Podcast. Johnny and D, JJO.
Dude, Andy Dick, man.
I don't know if he's funny or crazy, but maybe a little bit of both.
He's an addict of some kind, for sure.
Oh, boy.
So Andy Dick was arrested for stealing power tools from someone's garage in Santa Barbara County.
Really? What? This is what I'm talking about.
I know. Hey, look up Andy Dick's net worth. Maybe he needed them to renovate a home. He posted on the Instant Machine, but whatever. This is kind of weird.
300.
You got that fire lit real quick. This is my new house. There's a little construction we need to do, but everything's gonna work out just fine. What's that? There's a whole other... Oh my God, it's like two houses. There's two fireplaces. Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous.
I feel like he just went into that house and...
I love it. He's $300,000 now. And again, I don't know how close these things are.
Accurate, yeah.
Yeah. But
it's felony charges.
Yeah, that's not good.
Stemming from an incident last week, Dick entered a home that was under construction and stole a bunch of power tools out of the garage. Property owners caught him attempting to flee the premises. Called the police, who brought Andy Dick to the Santa Barbara County Jail. He remains there. It's the first time he's been brought in for stealing something. Usually it's for groping.
I love it.
Yeah. So I have a history of Andy Dick being a dick.
He was in
What?
I gotta be. He's funny as hell. And when he was in, you remember Road Trip? He was that for the hotel. He was the guy behind the desk. Just he's funny.
Well, that was news radio, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was also in Road Trip too, but he was.
Yeah.
I think he's buddies with Ben Stiller this way.
So, December 97, two events occurred that drastically altered the course of Andy's life and the future of comedy itself. News radio in the fourth season, and Andy's sobriety was a distant memory. December 18th, 1997, Chris Farley died of an overdose in a Chicago apartment. While the exact date is unclear, we know that shortly before or after the death of his sponsor, Andy attended a Christmas party at the house of his friend and news radio co-star Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman's wife, Bryn, was a recovering addict who at the time was 10 years sober. According to John Lovitz, Bryn relapsed the night of that Christmas party with cocaine supplied by Andy Dick.
Oh.
5 months later, Bryn, high on cocaine, murdered her husband Phil before ending her own life.
So they're blaming Andy Dick?
Yeah. John Lovitz replaced Phil Hartman on news radio, but the show wouldn't last long following his loss. Allegedly, during a taping in one of the final episodes, Andy Dick told Lovitz, "You shouldn't be here," to which Lovitz replied, "Why, I wouldn't be here if you haven't given Bryn coke in the first place."
Whoa! Dropped that mic and walked away.
These cataclysmic deaths started a steep downward spiral for Andy Dick, whose behavior worsened to the point where he was known more in the press for his inebriation than his comedy. Less than a year after Hartman's death, Andy Dick and his friend and fellow actor David Strickland flew from L.A. to Vegas with the intention of spending 3 straight days partying in various strip clubs. On the morning of March 22nd, 1999, an intoxicated Strickland hung himself from the ceiling beam of his motel room.
Dude.
A couple months later, Andy made the first entry in what would prove to be a rap sheet even more substantial than his impressive list of credits. On May 15th, 1999, he crashed his car into a utility pole, which led to his arrest and conviction on felony cocaine possession, 2 cannabis-related misdemeanors, though the judge will later dismiss those charges after he completed an 18-month drug intervention program. Andy somehow managed to stay out of trouble long enough to create and star in The Andy Dick Show, which ran for 3 seasons. The program featured mockumentary-style sketch comedy with a topical lens as it skewered pop culture, especially its pop stars. For a brief moment in time, it seems as Andy Dick had righted the ship. And then he was arrested in 2004 for indecent exposure after mooning patrons of a McDonald's. Well, this seems like a pretty innocuous prank in a vacuum. It marked the beginning of a pattern of bad behavior that if we were doing it as non-celebrities, we would definitely have to be in some sort of home. Can't just be swinging your dick around. 2005, Andy Dick invited to perform at the Comedy Central roast of Pamela Anderson. Without warning, Andy moved behind the Baywatch star and grabbed her breast while making lame plastic surgery jokes. He also tried to grope Courtney Love, who slapped him. There you go. And then attempted to mime oral sex on Pam's then-husband, Tommy Lee. Well, shocking at the time, Andy Dick's behavior towards Pam Anderson was somehow just the first of his on-air gropings. 2 years later, Andy would have to be removed from his appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live after grabbing the bare leg of Ivanka Trump.
Ooh. I wouldn't go there.
It was around this time in 2007, Andy had another run-in with his former co-star, John Lovitz. John held Andy responsible for kicking Bryn Hartman off the wagon a full 10 years prior. When Andy saw John at a restaurant in L.A., he approached his former friend and told him, "I put the Phil Hartman hex on you. You're the next to die."
Jesus.
On July 10th, later that year, John Lovitz confronted Andy at the Laugh Factory in L.A. and smashed Andy's head against the bar several times. Attaboy. Andy Dick's behavior and reputation would only worsen in the years that followed that famous fight. In 2008, Andy was arrested for drug possession and sexual battery after drunkenly pulling down the shirt and bra of a 17-year-old girl outside of Buffalo Wild Wings. Try the cheese curds, they be lit.
Dude, we got a party with this dude.
He pleaded down to misdemeanor charges and was sentenced to 3 years probation. In 2010, Andy was arrested on sexual abuse charges for groping 2 people at a bar in Huntington, Virginia after one of his stand-up shows. The Andy Dick legal team once again worked their magic, and the charges were dismissed after Andy completed a 6-month pre-trial diversion program. The 2 victims involved in the incident filed civil suits 2 years later. 2011 would be a busy year for Andy Dick. Highlights included groping and stalking performers at the AVN Awards, drunkenly exposing himself and urinating on, then destroying a backdrop at the Newport Film Festival, and launching an ugly anti-Semitic tirade against Howard Stern.
We got 11 years yet.
He is very busy.
I love this dude.
That's just the stuff that got reported. Andy Dick would have relatively fewer, but certainly not zero, sexual battery charges in the later 2010s. He was notorious around the LA bar and club scene. Legendary Upright Citizens Brigade group ASCAT used to begin their LA shows by asking the audience two questions. They would first ask those in attendance to raise a hand if they ever ridden an elephant. Then they would ask the audience to raise their hand if they ever received unwanted sexual advances from Andy Dick. The latter group was always the larger of the two. And in 2017, he was fired from a movie for grabbing, groping, and licking pretty much the entire cast and crew. And just in the past 13 months, Andy's been arrested for felony assault with a deadly weapon and felony sexual battery, though the second charge was dropped after the accuser refused to cooperate with police. Now he faces felony burglary charges because he couldn't be bothered to go to Home Depot for his own power tools.
Dude, this, just his wiki page, it has it's just this long list of stuff. Mm-hmm. And he's been to rehab 20 times. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's working.
Apparently when he's sober, he's great.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And, he's got to write a book.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Now, working with the general public can't be easy.
Never.
Right. I always try to give our friends that work in, I went to, the Starbucks the other day. I had a little gift card from Iron Gate Equine Clinic. Thank you. Went to Starbucks and me and Avery got a after school little pick me up.
Yep.
Always be really nice because you never know. First of all, they're making you something. Sure, they're getting paid to do it.
It's the highest form of love.
Right. They love you. Secondly, you never know who's been a dick in the line previous or who's going to be an asshole after you.
Right.
So if you can make that at least a pleasant exchange, maybe that's enough to just get them to eke through the day, right? Mm-hmm. So I get it. It's hard working with the public. I understand. This seems a little extreme. A customer at a McDonald's drive-thru was complaining about not getting sauce. What kind of sauce do you get at McDonald's for your nuggies?
I get the barbecue. I used to, when I was a kid, get the honey.
Yeah.
And I switched over to barbecue.
That's right. I remember this now.
I was like, oh, man. What is this glorious thing that I'm putting into my mouth?
Barbecue sauce changed my life.
Oh, yeah. That was the first time I think I had barbecue sauce at McDonald's.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, yep.
It's a good sauce.
Oh, man.
I do like the sweet and sour.
Yeah, I've had it.
Oh. I know that face. Anyway, this bitch didn't get sauce. And the employee wasn't having her complaining. She was having none of it. Mm-hmm. So the employee threw a cup of ice at her.
Nice.
Yeah. Sometimes a bitch needs a cup of ice in the face.
Cool her down.
That's right.
I've got
bitch,
to cool
you on
down.
fire. Cool down.
So I can't have sauce. Yeah, you don't like it, huh? Oh, yeah? You're going to throw water on me?
That's right, bitch.
Oh, yeah. Really now? Who's calling the cops now? Because I asked for some sauce?
Where's the beginning of that video?
Exactly.
I love that. Here, let me look like the victim, and then I'll put it to everybody, and then everybody just right off the bat gives judgment. What?
Mm-hmm. Listen, I don't even have all the details, and I'm on the employee's side.
Yeah. It's not like the employee was sitting there, and if it was, there's probably a small percentage. If I was a betting man, I'm going to guess she provoked it when she was driving through.
When you listen to the tone of this woman's voice.
So I can't have sauce. Yeah, you don't like it, huh? Oh.
Right there, it's already, yes. What did you do beforehand?
You're an asshole, I can just tell.
And maybe not, yeah, I've been proven wrong before, but if I was a betting man,
right,
I'm going to bet that the customer was wrong, bitch.
Something happened.
Yeah.
We're missing key information.
For sure.
And if this woman at the McDonald's, whatever, I suppose you get fired from the drive-thru.
I don't think
you
she
can go
yeah.
find another job.
Right.
You know, whatever. And it's not like back in the day. Listen, kids. Back in the day, when you had to put down references, the job could actually be like they were a pile of crap employee. Don't hire them.
Right.
But now, all they can really say is they worked here from this time to this time.
Right. I wonder how many. Be a good question for Gina. I wonder if she'll tell you. Do you ever say anything, or how many people you know say actually like, you know what, just a warning on the side?
You could probably just be like, yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
You know, like you could say a lot without really saying much.
We're calling on Andy Dick. See when he was employed there.
Regrettably,
let me pull out this file. Boom. Of groping.
So she'll be able to find another job because the other drive-through places aren't going to know that she tossed a glass of ice at some.
Yeah. Well,
you know?
and it's just I
you
hate
sauce
that.
whore.
So, yeah. I don't know. I hate that when they show that stuff because and then it's just I can't read comments because
don't do it.
They're so. But it's funny because everybody says I can't read the comments, but somebody's putting the comments. So you know what I mean? They're part of the problem. You can't have everybody being like, "Oh, those people are stupid."
Right.
You know? Well, you might be one of the stupid people.
Odds are.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I only comment on really cute videos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I died of a cuteness overdose. Thank you. That's all. I'm in my animal video algorithm, and I could not be happier. I could not be happier about it.
I got
Let me show you.
Weird stuff.
Yeah.
The chick gets her arm smashed.
He comes in today, he's all like, man, I watched this video. You got to see it. And I was like, because I'm already hesitant. This lady, she's working at press, and she puts her arm in it. And I'm like, why? It is 6:30 in the morning.
It was a hydraulic press.
You're like, I just can't. Why would she do that? I can't figure it out. And I'm like, well, no matter how much you watch a video, you ain't gonna figure out why she did it.
I know, but it's so weird. I couldn't tell if she did it on purpose or not.
I don't like it. I don't even like thinking about it.
Yeah.
With flat arm, good old flat arm.
It did. It straight up went and smushed.
How does that end up in your algorithm?
I don't know. And it wasn't because, like I said, it's boxing, it's football stuff,
sharks,
alligators eating monkeys. I don't know why I like that stuff, but it comes up.
Manly algorithms by Senor Martinez.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Talk to me about your neighbors. Your neighbors are nice. I've met.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She came over and said hi.
Jen,
yeah. James and Jen.
Woo! You get along with everybody there?
Yep. No, Jan's next to me. And
no
then,
crazy people?
No. Man, everybody's really super cool.
That's nice. I, too, get along with my neighbors. Well, there's minimal contact. I believe that is why we get along. I know there's people that do, like neighborhood fire pits. Not interested. So I have an exchange between a guy who's kicking it in his backyard and a neighbor lady.
Oh, boy.
Who's holding a gardening tool, and she's straddling their adjoining wall. It's like a big fence.
Okay.
She's hell-bent on cutting down a large plant in his yard, which is weird because it's his yard.
Yeah, but it hangs over. I have my neighbor's cool though, but a tree I end up having to pick up all the leaves. Oh.
Oh well.
Oh boy.
So, well, we have that. There are trees not in my yard that blow pine needles everywhere, and
you swim through them in the pool.
Fine. Here we go.
You're trespassing. You're threatening me with a weapon, climbing a wall. Yeah, I have you on camera, and I have you.
I'm not threatening you. I'm gonna go over and cut that.
Is this your plant? Is this your property? No, it's not. It would be against the law to climb that wall and to cut these plants.
I'm gonna cut it down. I'm about to blow up the damn place.
Okay, now you're threatening to blow up the damn place? I'm calling the cops, Diane.
You damn son of a bitch.
You too, Diane. Have a good day. I'm gonna have my cameras set, so if anything happens, I'll know exactly who did it. You were nothing but rude and belligerent. Have a good day, ma'am.
Oh, you son of a
Yes, you too. Thank you.
I think I like Diane more.
I want to hear overtime.
I know.
Let's all be a little Diane today.
Yes.
You're trespassing. You're threatening me with a weapon, climbing a wall. Yeah, I have you on camera, and I have you.
I'm not threatening you. I'm gonna go over and cut that.
Is this your plant? Is this your property? No, it's not. It would be against the law to climb that wall and to cut these plants.
I'm gonna cut it down. I'm about to blow up the damn place.
Okay, now you're threatening to blow up the damn place?
Okay.
I'm calling the...
In my defense, that was me here at work Tuesday.
Yeah, no kidding.
Cops, Diane.
You damn son of a bitch.
You too, Diane. Have a good day. I'm gonna have my cameras set, so if anything happens, I'll know exactly who did it. You were nothing but rude and belligerent. Have a good day, ma'am.
Oh, you son of a
Yes, you too. Thank you.
That is awesome.
I need to find the sign.
You're trespassing.
I'm not threatening you. I'm gonna go over and cut that.
Is this your plant?
Right here.
Is this your property? No, it's not. It would be against the law.
I love that.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Dude, she's awesome. You could tell he was filming it, and he probably is a weenie, you know?
Yeah.
I get it. It's his, but still, you could tell by the way she's like.
Well, and then when you're dealing with a belligerent person, there is nothing more satisfying than just being ridiculously nice to them.
Yes.
You know? Because it irritates them. I mean.
Yep, because they're not getting the same reaction.
Right. They want everybody to be in the same zone.
Is this your property? No, it's not.
So good.
I know. Because we've all been there.
Her frustration is so freaking great. Oh my God.
I blew up the place.
Well, that could have been audio of me Tuesday.
You know what that is?
Without a doubt.
That's pretty. Here's what that was.
So how'd it go?
Good. Pretty good. Pretty. Pretty good.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D. Nowhere but JJO.